Welcome everyone to Breakthrough Talks. Today we have my sister and founder of Breakthrough Studio, and she's Ashanti Soris Mishandani, and she is 46 and, as you can see, looking fabulous. And she's going to share some useful tips with us on fitness and health. And at the end of the session, we'll be having some question and answers. If you like to ask anything, you can ask her at the end of the session. So, Ash, thank you so much, my sis, for making the time here for our Breakthrough Bangalore family and for people who are watching around to make the time to, answer some useful questions. First of all, I like to ask, what is your motivation? You're 46, looking wonderful. What is your motivation for staying fit and fabulous as you age?
Yeah, so sis, thank you for doing this. I'm really excited that you've started this series because I think a lot of people will benefit from what we are about to say and from all these sessions that you're conducting. Well, actually, we think that motivation is something that comes from outside. So we always wait for motivation to come and fall on us externally into us. That's not how it is. Motivation is actually brain chemistry. It's to do with our brains. Motivation is something that we produce inside us because of the chemicals that's in our brain. So you can be a 15-year-old teenager who's not motivated, or you can be like a 70-year-old person who is absolutely motivated, depending on the chemicals that's produced in your brain. So motivation doesn't actually have anything to do with your age at all when it comes to anything. When it concerns anything, motivation is to do with brain chemistry. It's to do with the level of dopamine that's in your brain and that your body produces.
Any suggestions to get this dopamine high for people?
Yeah. Yes, so there are different ways to increase the dopamine that's in our system. One of the ways is to induce it because you are fighting for time, or you have like a deadline to achieve. So when it comes to your fitness, if you get your blood works done and if your cholesterol is high or your sugar levels are high, which means you are rushing to bring it down by a certain level of time, because if it gets worse, your health is going to get worse. Okay, so that is one way to do it. Because you are constricted or limited for time, you are going to do something to achieve that end goal. So if your cholesterol levels are high, that might motivate
Yeah.
you to get on a treadmill or to go for a walk or to join the gym, because you have a
Yeah.
deadline. You
Yes.
are
But in
at,
your case,
yeah,
yeah, you've always been motivated from when you were young. So,
yes,
how is that? Is it because you got into exercise and experienced the high that people do, and the brain focus that you achieve uh, after exercise, because you had a taster of it, perhaps, that you're motivated to do more? Is that one
yes,
of the reasons, perhaps, in your
yes.
case? Mm.
So I've always been very active. We danced in
Yeah.
school, played badminton in school, at least for a short while. And then when I went to university, I didn't work out at all. So, but we still kept walking. But
Yeah.
I joined the gym when I was around 24, when I was going through a bad breakup. And then I realized the more I kept going to the gym, the better I felt. So I did not connect it to the
That's
dopamine
right.
that I receiving from my workouts. But now, when I think back, I know that I was going to the gym every day because it made me feel good, and because my brain was producing more dopamine, and that feel good factor kept me sane
Yeah.
and calm. Uh,
Yes.
more happy during that bad period. So I think that was kind of a precursor that
That,
in my life that made me kept working out
Yeah,
and not stop. And from there, I built it on and on.
that's
So
right.
it never stopped
Yeah.
because it
So
made me.
viewers do get addicted to that feeling. Yes, that
Yes, it's a feeling that is addictive because the more dopamine you have in your system, the more you want it, and the more you will keep on doing something to get it. So this doesn't generally have to be big from a workout. It can also mean that you're watching TV and you're getting the dopamine rush, so you need to watch more. So it's all to do with brain chemistry.
yeah. Okay, that's wonderful. That's a wonderful answer. So viewers do get used to that feeling, how you feel after the workout. You know, the good feel good hormones kick in, and yeah. So get addicted to that. That is the best way without waiting for cholesterol to rise, etc. That's wonderful. A lot of people balance staying healthy because there are so many other responsibilities. So, if you could give us some advice on how to balance, a busy schedule, that would be good.
Yeah. So I think it is actually what are your priorities? You need to really reconsider why you are doing what you are doing. You know, what are your priorities? What are the benefits of working out? Are you looking for, like a short term benefit or a long term benefit? Oh, and why do you need to prioritize it? Because I think when it comes to working out now, what I see with a lot of people is that they want to lose weight in 8 weeks to fit into a dress or to get married and look good on the wedding day, but after that they don't continue at all because they have limited working out to just looking good. Whereas if you have like a long term benefit or benefits attached to why you want to work out, then you will be able to sustain it for a longer period of time. So I think in this live that we're doing, we are mostly speaking to women, mostly speaking to moms who want to look good but who also have to balance their lifestyle, their kids lives, kids homework, cooking at home, all that, right? So the way to look at it is, why do you do what you do? How is working out going to benefit your body, how you feel mentally, how you connect with your family, your kids and your husband and people around you? How is it going to help them as well as help you? So it's
Yeah,
not just the short term benefit of I'm going to look good or I'm going to lose weight and fit into this dress, but working out has so many benefits that are great for me at a cellular level. It's going to make me feel great, which means I'm going to bond with my kids better, I'm going to bond with my husband better, it's going to make me more productive, it's going to keep me healthy in the long run. When I work out, I want to change how I eat, which is going to impact how I cook for my family. So it
yeah,
really trickles down, not just one thing. So
that's right.
uh, don't look at working out
That's right.
with eyes that will benefit you in the short term. Look at it with eyes that will benefit you in the long run. I think then it's more sustainable. And also try and fit it into the first few hours of the morning, because when you fit your workout, when you fit the most important things that you need to do in your day, the first few hours of your day, you get it done faster and you also get it done. You're not too exhausted to do it at the end of the day. So maybe if you can, try and wake up early and finish it off, or when you after you send your kids to school, try and finish it off. It doesn't need to be a long workout. It can just be half an hour to 45 minutes. One thing that I tell my moms
Yeah,
is, most of my moms, the moms who come to Breakthrough Studio, they drop their kids to school. So one thing that I like to tell them is, after you drop your kids to school, just come straight for the workout, finish your workout and then go home. Or finish your workout and then attend to the other
yeah,
tasks that you have to attend to daily. Because that way you get it done. After you go
that's
home,
right.
you
That's
might
that's awesome.
remember
That's an awesome trip. Tip.
you need to do for yourself. So fit it in the first thing in the morning or after you drop your kids to school, and also have a long term benefit attached to why you are working out. Yeah. Shay, is your camera stuck?
Sorry, guys, there was a bit of a disturbance. Log in again. Hi. Sorry
Hi.
about that, guys. There was a bit of a disturbance, but we will continue our conversation. I hope you can fast forward the areas that blacked out, and yeah, we will continue the conversation. So we were talking about first. We were talking about motivation for Ash, for staying fit and fabulous at her age. Then she conveyed some important good tips about balancing, prioritizing yourself. Comes to if you're a person with a lot of responsibilities. And yeah, so the next question I have is some of them, they've never worked out before. They want to get fit, but they're probably a little bit intimidated to work out, perhaps in a group setting. What do you suggest for these kind of people? How will they get started? Any tips
Yeah.
about that?
Yes. So if you are really shy to work out in a group setting, I suggest just check whether you are actually shy or whether you are procrastinating to start. Because sometimes what happens is we give ourselves excuses as to why we shouldn't do something that is difficult. Okay, so it's a mind thing.
Right, right.
You better be honest with yourself and check whether you are really shy or whether you are really intimidated or whether you are just procrastinating because you don't want to do it. If you are shy and if you are intimidated, my suggestion is at least start by going for a walk uh, alone. You don't have to do it in a group or with a friend, and get started slowly.
Yeah,
Maybe you can join the gym with a friend. Maybe that might help. But my suggestion is, first of all, to check whether you are procrastinating because of another reason or whether you are actually intimidated, and go deep and check as to why you are really intimidated. Why you don't want to. What
yeah,
is this excuse? I think most of us just give
yeah,
excuses when we don't want to do something. So it's important
yeah.
to uh, check whether we are being honest with ourselves. And
Right.
if that is the case, try to at least start by going for a walk.
Yeah, and
You
stay
don't have
consistent in that area.
consistent
Yeah,
in at least going for a walk. When you do that for a couple of
yeah,
times or a couple of weeks or months, you will realize that you have broken the cycle and you've broken out of your comfort zone into doing something that you thought you couldn't do. When you achieve that first milestone, which is a difficult one for you, or which was a
Yeah.
difficult one for you, going to the gym would be
Yeah.
an easier step than what it was before. So, baby steps for those who
That's
are
right.
intimidated, who are scared, baby steps would really
And
work.
I think we can add that TRX is a fantastic equipment and a way of working out even for the beginners. Can you elaborate on that, why it's great for beginners?
Yes, absolutely. Because the TRX suspension trainer actually is one of the equipments, one of the fitness training equipments that does not injure you. You are working according to your own pace, according to your level of fitness, without pushing your body into a place where it can get injured because you are working with your own body weight.
That's
And
right.
also it supports you, so the straps support you, the straps hold you. It's not like where with
Yeah.
weight training you can injure yourself because you do not know the limit that you need to push to. With TRX
Yes.
training, because you are using your own body weight, the injuries are less,
Yeah.
and also you're not
That's right.
you not to overdo it, and it supports you. So there are a few things. It supports you. You can't injure yourself because you're not pushing too much of weight, and also you can go according to your own pace. But with all this equipment,
Yeah.
with fitness, you need to be coached by someone who knows how to coach you, who will not push you beyond your limits to injury, who
That's right.
understands, and
That's
someone
yeah.
certified to coach you. I remember when I was going to a gym,
Yeah.
I was given really heavy weights to lift, and I was not a coach myself. I was not certified, so I thought it was normal, to be coached like
Yeah.
that at such an earlier stage of my fitness journey, which now I know is not okay. Even when I went to
That's
a
right.
gym a couple of
Mm.
months ago because it was raining and I wanted to use the treadmill just to run, I thought I'll push some weights. The coach did not ask me how much I can push, how heavy I can lift, or whether I've done the workout before. He just stood there. He was on his phone, and he just kept counting while looking at the phone. He was completely distracted. So you know that at Breakthrough
Right.
Studio, one of the things that we don't do is the coach does not stay on her phone or his phone while the workout is being done. The coach is
That's right.
completely invested in that hour on the client.
That's
I
right.
was very at the
Yeah.
start of the studio that the clients need to be coached through the whole
That's right.
hour and not left unattended, which does not happen in most cases.
That's right. Right. That's wonderful. Yes. So, what about what are some misconceptions about aging and fitness that you'd like to debunk, if I may ask? Yeah.
Yeah. So
What are the
one of the
things some
things.
people will have Yeah.
Yeah. So one misconception would be that you lose muscle as you age. It doesn't have. It's
Right.
not true. You only lose muscle after you're 60. The latest studies
Right.
show that you lose muscle much later in life, after 60, not
Right.
before. Yeah, so you can still look
Nice.
toned and great at any age if you are getting enough adequate protein, if you are strength training, if your fat percentage is really low, you can still
Mm.
look toned and look great even when you're older. So one misconception
Right.
is that you lose muscle
Okay.
as you age, which is not true.
Right.
You
Right.
can still maintain
Okay.
muscle and
And
look
if you
toned.
start at 40 or so, I'm sure even after 60, you can still lose muscle.
Yeah, yes. So it doesn't matter what age you start, you can start at any age. But if you start after 60, of course, you need to work a little bit more harder because you're starting so late. Whereas if you start much earlier, working on it would be easier. That is one of the myths. And the second myth is that you will look like a boy if you push a lot of weights. Women do not hormones to look like a man, so it's very difficult to look bulky, to look like a man if you're a woman, unless
Got it.
unless you are supplementing yourself with all the extra supplements that are used to even make men look bulky. So looking bulky is not easy at all. It needs a lot of dedication, a lot of supplements, maybe a lot of protein, and a lot of
Yeah.
workout. So it's very hard to look like a man. So those are those are two things. And you can start fitness at any age. You don't have to
Yeah.
wait until you are a certain age to start. That's another myth. You can start
Yeah.
fitness at any age. The earlier you start, the better it is, because you build neural pathways, which means you've trained your brain to be fit. You've trained your brain to include a fitness lifestyle into your daily living. So it's very easy if you have a child, if you train them to go to the gym or to be active from a very young age, it's easy for them to continue it for the rest of their life, rather than them starting completely new later on their life, which might be very difficult. So those are three things. There are a lot of other little myths as well that can be debunked, that which
That
most probably.
that's awesome. That's awesome. What about an experience where fitness has positively impacted your life? I just mentioned something before, but perhaps you can tell me a bit more about it for the audience to know. The volume is on. Just checking. No. I'll just add you back to stage. I'll just add you back to stage. Okay. Yeah, you can say something? Not really. Mm, Hello, can you hear me? But I'm not able to hear you. Mm, just a second. Hello. So I'm not exactly sure what has happened. Mm, sis, if you could just log out and log back in one more time. Hi, yes, you're back on. I think volume is on. All right.
I can hear you.
Just increase the volume, sis. It's very. I can faintly hear you. Yeah. Yeah. If you can say something, sis, you can say something, no? Let me check. Now you can't hear me. Hmm.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, we
Okay,
are.
we're good?
Yeah,
Good.
we're good.
All right, guys. Uh, okay,
So what
let
will be
me.
the
Yes, so we were talking about. mm, okay. Yeah, so we're talking about sharing your experience where fitness has benefited you, how it's positively impacted you. If you could mention something about how it's benefited you, that'll be great.
Sure. So, like I said, I got into fitness after a really bad breakup. So it helped me to be happy because I didn't connect the dots at that time. Obviously, when you're working
Mm,
out, it releases happy hormones in your brain. So you are happy without even knowing why you're. So the dopamine
mm,
release in your brain really helps you to, stay calm and happy all the time. So fitness that way has really helped. It really helped me during that period of time when I was not feeling so great emotionally.
yeah,
And now, fitness helps me to stay focused. It keeps me motivated. It keeps me motivated to do more. It keeps me focused more in what I do. Fitness actually is, it's a very different thing for me because I've always been passionate about fitness and I don't
yeah,
even know why.
yeah,
So I've always been a gym rat. I've always been a fitness freak, and it's my whole world revolves around fitness
yeah,
and health and wellness. So I'm just kind of built a little differently. So
yeah,
fitness, like I said, helps me to focus, helps me to keep my dopamine levels really high, helps me to look great at 46, keeps my energy levels really high, keeps me
that's right.
focused and motivated. So it's not just one thing, it's like a lot of things that come together uh, when I'm
Yeah,
fit and healthy and, when I'm on the right track.
yeah, that's awesome. And last but not least, if you could share some beauty tips and self-care tips, because I know you do spend a lot of time and energy on your beauty routine. I'm sure the
Yes.
viewers would love to know the secret to your glowing skin. Yeah, do tell us about it.
Yeah, so sis, as you know, I love researching on a few topics. One is fitness and health. One is wellness. One is how your neurochemistry affects your whole body, your outlook towards life, and your health. And the other one is skin and skincare. Okay, so with skin, when you are stressed, you are going to age very fast. Okay, so you need to keep your stress levels really low if you want to look great at any age. The other thing is you need to be focused on eating your skincare. And by that, what I mean is skincare is for me is not something that you just put on your skin. It is something that I consume. It's something that I'm very aware of consuming mentally, physically, and spiritually. When everything comes together, that's when you're glowing. That glow from within
Got it.
comes when you are consuming uh, good things in all these areas. So when it comes to spirituality, that we are always thinking about living with a clear conscience, having great good thoughts, praying, meditating, all that. going to church, twice a week, where, you hear something that is uplifting, you are trying to build your life around it, and you're trying to live with a clear conscience. When you, when, even when I am, even when I'm when it comes to eating your skincare, I'm very concerned about my gut health, because
Yeah.
everything is connected to your gut. Now the latest research shows that even your motivation is connected to what goes on in your gut. So if you have glowing skin, it means that you have really good gut health. So I'm concerned about my gut health. I'm concerned about what I eat for my gut health. So some of the things that I have implemented to change my gut health is having kefir and sauerkraut every day. Then I'm very concerned about getting rid of parasites in my gut, because I feel like I break out when there's something not right with my gut. Then I am also concerned about taking in a lot of collagen. Collagen depletes after you're 25. Your body does not make collagen, so I'm concerned about adding collagen back into my diet by way of taking like collagen products, and also by taking seaweed and things like that that increase the collagen production. I'm concerned about how much protein I eat every day, so I try and get at least 75 100 grams of protein with the food that I eat. I'm not a vegan, I'm not a vegetarian, I eat my meat, so I'm concerned about the amount that I of protein that I get, because more protein you eat, the better it is for your skin. You know, so those are some of the things. And after all those things, if I am doing all that right, then I am also concerned about my quality of sleep. So I try and get at least
Yeah.
8 hours of sleep or more. Research shows that if you're a woman, you need more sleep than men. So one thing that I have
Yes.
incorporated a couple of months ago into my life, into my routine, is having magnesium glycinate before I go to bed, which gives me really deep and restful sleep. So a lot of things like that. Then I eat a lot of vegetables. I take at least 3 to 4 cups of vegetables every day. So I'm not. I am
Yeah.
very concerned about eating my skincare as much as I'm concerned on what I put on my skin. So topically, I've changed my skincare. I made it really simplified, where I include, depending on what my skin looks like. If it's really dry, then a really good moisturizer. A very clean, very simple, very good moisturizer is La Roche-Posay, the Cicaplast Bomb 5, which I love, which you can even use on babies, which is not overly expensive. Then I have incorporated a tretinoin, which is again extremely cheap. It is not as cheap as the retinols that's sold in the market. Tretinoin, a little bit of tretinoin, a couple of times a week with the moisturizer. Then I incorporate sunscreen in the morning. So little things like that, which I do consistently every day.
Right.
So
Okay.
it is not something that you do once a week or when you remember, but consistency is very important for me, and these are things that I've incorporated into my lifestyle, and I'm consistent with it. That is one of the reasons um, why things work for me, whether it's working out
Right.
or whether it's eating right or whether it's my skincare.
Yeah.
I'm consistent in everything that I do. And that is why at 40, I'm almost 47 in a few months, I've not had Botox
Yeah.
done, because I have
Yeah.
no need, because I have been consistent with these things for a long period of time. So
That's
consistency in it.
wonderful. It's wonderful to hear. So, guys, if you're like, out there watching this, go back and see the full episode. And it's been wonderful having Ash, my sister. She's always been an inspiration to me. We have obviously grown up together, been active together, uh, and it's wonderful to see her where she is now. Being an entrepreneur and doing so well. So, if you do have any questions, you can leave in the comments, and yeah, watch the recording and subscribe to our channels. You can go back, and we have done videos on gut health, and other topics as well. Have a look at them, and yeah, share with your friends. Thank you so much, sis. Have a wonderful weekend, fam. And see you next time on the podcast.
Me,
Bye.
so much. Yes, thank you.
Thank you.